What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Between the Lines, my bookies college football Saturday and NFL Sunday show. We have so many bets to get into, and my God, after an incredible week in both college football and NFL last week, we have an okay college football slate to talk about. We're still going to find our winners, but talking about the games themselves, they're just okay. And then NFL Sunday, on the other hand, oh my goodness, we're going to have some fun today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go and find ourselves some winners. But right before we get into that, a quick disclaimer that some of the lines I talk about right now while I'm recording this, they might change from now till then. And if I end up changing one of my picks, I'll post it on all other MyBookie platforms, our Instagram, our TikTok. All of it's down in the description. Go and follow on there. You get the point. But now going over to our college football record where we are 7 games up on the year, sitting at 47-40. And my God, it has been a beautiful, beautiful season, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we could just keep rolling right here. And we start off going to Saturday morning in Norman, Oklahoma, as they are hosting the 22nd ranked Mizzou Tigers, going into Oklahoma after a huge win on the road at Alabama. I didn't think that there was a shot in hell that they were going to win that game, but they found a way. And looking into this matchup, even after watching Oklahoma last week, they were pretty fun. I don't know why after that big win, this game just screams to me bad football. Not even bad football, just defensive football. And it's going to be a low-scoring game. Literally, whoever scores 7 first is going to win this game. Give me the under at 41.5. And then we're hopping straight over to the 2:30 slate as we make our way over to the Longhorn State as the Razorbacks of Arkansas are coming into town against the 17th ranked Texas Longhorns. Texas, they're minus 8.5 in this game. The over-under is sitting at 57.5. Look, Texas, they played Georgia last Saturday. They did. And we bet Georgia, and thank God we did, because Texas, they got their asses handed to them. It seems like their season's dead in the water, but if some crazy things do happen, they could find their way to a playoff spot. But it all starts with this game right here, and I think that Sark is going to have this Texas team pissed off, ready to go out there and win a ball game. I love the Longhorns minus 8.5, maybe my favorite bet of the entire weekend. And now going over to some Big Ten action, we have another 2:30 game here, but my God, this is going to be a good one. Or will it? We have the 15th ranked USC Trojans going into 7th ranked Oregon. My God, what am I doing here? It never rains at Autzen Stadium as they are minus 9.5 and the over-under is sitting at 59.5. I fell in love. With the team in this game. I absolutely fell in love with one of them, and that team is the Oregon Ducks. Look, here's the thing. USC, man, they were down bad last week against Iowa, and then they climbed back and they got themselves a win. Man, they're trying to fight their way to get a playoff spot, and this is the way to do it, by beating Oregon at home in Oregon. The Ducks and Dan Lanning aren't going to let that happen, man. Let's be real here. Let's be honest for a second. Oregon is going to go out there and blow the doors off of this fake USC team. I do not like this USC team one bit. Give me the Ducks to go in there and get the business. I love the Oregon Ducks minus 9.5. Then we go over to 3 o'clock where we have ourselves an interesting game with a team who just made their way into the top 25 in Houston with the TCU Horned Frogs coming to town. TCU, you know, they flew under the radar a little bit this year because obviously they're not a playoff contender. They're not up there. They still, I believe, under like a really weird circumstance, they have a chance to make the Big 12 championship game. I'm pretty sure about that, but they've kind of flown under a radar, and they're a gritty team, man. They go out there and they put up a fight with almost anybody they play. And the line on this game, Houston, they're minus 1.5 at home. The over-under is sitting at 55.5. But as I said, this Houston team, they're building their way up, and they're trying to fight to get into that Big 12 championship game too. I love Houston at home here. That place is going to be rocking. But I also love the over, and I love the points. Look at that fake out right there. Because one thing that both of these teams love to do is score points. They both absolutely love to score. I think it was in the past 4 or 5 of their games, it has gone over, I believe. Yeah. Give me all the points in the world, 55.5. That's simple. Then next up, we make our way over to the night games. We're at 6 o'clock on Saturday. We have Pitt, who had a chance to really prove themselves last week with the Fighting Irish in town. And yeah, no, that really did not go well for them. Hosts going to Georgia Tech, 16th ranked. They are also fighting for a playoff spot here as well. They should, knock on wood, be able to get in as one of the conference champions, but there has been a lot of weird talk going around about these conference champions. Georgia Tech, they're -2.5 at home. The over-under is sitting at 61.5 in this game. Really keeping it simple here. I love Georgia Tech. They've been rolling this entire year. And this, even though Pitt's not ranked, they are a good football team. Even though they did get blown out by Notre Dame, they're a good ball club. This would be a great win to add to their resume. Give me Tech -2.5. And then lastly, to wrap up college football for us, we got a good one at 7 o'clock at night. We have the 11th ranked BYU Cougs making their way over to Cincinnati against the Bearcats. The Bearcats are +2.5. The over-under is sitting at 55.5. I'm going to keep it simple here, man. BYU, besides that Texas Tech game, which they got their asses handed to them, I thought that game personally proved how good Texas Tech is, not how bad BYU is. Because look at how they have responded to this. They have been out there looking for blood, trying to keep their playoff spot, even though they were the first team out this week. I absolutely love BYU, even though that line, you look at it right now, hey, man, 11th in the nation going to Cincinnati. They're only 2.5-point favorites. I love the Cougs -2.5 here. I think the Storm and Mormons are going to go in there, do their job, and keep on fighting for that playoff spot and do it convincingly as well. But that is going to do it for my college football picks this week. We start off with the under in Mizzou and Oklahoma at 41.5. Then we go over to the Longhorn State where we have Texas -8.5. And then going across the country to Oregon, we have the Ducks -9.5. Then we have TCU going into Houston. We got the over in that game. Also sprinkle Houston as well. Then we have Georgia Tech -2.5. And to bring us all home at night, we have the BYU Cougars -2.5. Now making our way over to the NFL, where if you have been watching this show for a minute, the first probably 6 weeks of the season, we were negative on the NFL. And now we sit here after a 5-1 week last week at 40-32 on the season. I am so happy we are finally getting some motion here. It's beautiful. It's great. And where do we start? With an absolute stinker right here, as we have the New York Jets going to Baltimore against the Ravens. I have a philosophy, if you've been watching the show, and I use it almost all the time. I almost use it once a week, and I'd say it probably has a 70% hit rate, where that is, if you see a favorite in the NFL that is a favorite by 10 points or more, you take the under. Now, why would you take the under out of all things, especially when it's that low, sitting at 44.5? And the only kind of life that this Jets team has is that they could score. Well, here's the thing. How is this game going to go? It's going to go one of two ways. If the Jets somehow fight and keep it a ball game, 99% of the time, the underdog team, they're going to be playing some decent defense, or the Ravens offense would be terrible. Now, what if the Ravens blow them out of the water? I could see the Ravens winning 30-10. I could see the Ravens winning 28-7. That's under city right there. Give me the under in this game at 44.5. I also wouldn't mind sprinkling Baltimore just a little bit. I don't know. I don't like picking spreads that big. Then next up, we move over to a big NFC North matchup here. To be completely honest with you, this is the Vikings fighting for their lives right here, going into Lambeau in Green Bay against the Packers. The Packers are -6.5. The over-under is sitting at 41.5. Look. Off of firsthand experience watching J.J. McCarthy play my Bears last week, the guy fucking sucks. I'll be honest with you. The guy is not good at football. He is fucking terrible. But there is something deep in the back of my head in this game that says for some reason the Minnesota Vikings, they have a phenomenal defense. They keep this game close. Brian Flores, he's been playing Jordan Love for forever, and he knows deep down as well that Jordan Love is not that guy. He's not a good quarterback either. I mean, he's decent, but he's no Aaron Rodgers. He's no Brett Favre. I think that this Flores defense is going to have some fun. And I think that somehow JJ is going to find a way to put at least 10 on the board and give me a Vikings cover plus 6.5. I also love the under in this game at 41.5. I mean, that Packers defense is phenomenal as well. But give me the Vikings to cover. I think they lose this game by 3. Then next up, we go over to probably the best game of NFL Sunday, and that is the Colts. The storming red-hot Colts making their way into Kansas City against the Chiefs, who are now sitting at 5-5. I can't believe that I'm saying that. 5-5 Kansas City Chiefs. They need to start winning themselves some ball games immediately. And they're minus 3.5 at home. The over-under is sitting at 50 points. I'm a sucker, man. I'm a sucker. I still don't fully believe in this Chiefs team. I still don't. I'm sorry. I mean, not the Chiefs. My God. The Colts. I don't fully believe in this Colts team. Jonathan Taylor is playing unbelievable football. Daniel Jones looks great. Their defense is humming. I just still can't fully buy into it. And I know who is throwing the ball for that Kansas City Chiefs team, and his name is Patrick Mahomes. And he has a great defense on the other side of the ball from him, and he has a hell of a wide receiver core. Him, Travis Kelce, Rashid Rice. I love it so much. Xavier Worthy. Give me the Chiefs minus 3.5. They're going to go at home, and they're going to get to business. Arrowhead is going to be rocking. They need it to be rocking. Chiefs. Now make your way over to the 3 o'clock game, and this right here is a game that I am so excited to watch. I can't even put it into words, except for they told me bust down my AP. Perfect time, and it's Shador Day, baby. We finally made it to Shador Sanders' first NFL start, and it happens against a team who was rumored to draft him for forever until they went and got Geno Smith, the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders, they're minus 4, and the over-under is sitting at 36 points. Look, I hate to do it. I hate to do it. But I have to go with the narrative here. Shador Sanders' first game against a team who was supposed to draft him, and they didn't end up doing it. And also just that Browns defense is humming on a completely different level right now. It's unbelievable. Myles Garrett is probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year. They're ridiculous. Give me the Brownies plus 4 on the road. Shador Sanders, not only does he get his first cover, he gets his first NFL win as a starting quarterback. On to the next one. Next up, we are at 325 as we have an all-time matchup always whenever these two teams play. No, there's been a couple blowouts, but it's always just great to see these two logos next to each other. The Philadelphia Eagles going into Dallas to play against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are plus 3 at home. The over-under is sitting at 47.5. And let's talk about that Cowboys team for a second. They look damn good on Monday Night Football. Now, they were also playing a Raiders team that's pretty much dead. But they looked fantastic. I mean, props to Dak Prescott. Props to that defense. They were getting stops after stops after stops. Dak Prescott had himself a fantastic ball game. I always love to see Dak balling. But here's the thing. That Philadelphia Eagles team on the other side of the ball, they don't win pretty. They don't cover pretty, but they do both. I can almost predict how this game's going to go. There's going to be 7 minutes left. The Eagles are going to have the ball, and they're going to be down 4. And they're going to go down the field, and they are going to push Jalen Hurts in for the game-winning touchdown after like a 6-minute drive and leave the Cowboys a minute left, which the Cowboys fail. And the Eagles, honestly, I think it's going to be a push. But I'm taking Philly minus 3 here. I mean, that is just too little of a spread. Jalen Hurts, he is the covering god. He will always cover. Give me the Birds minus 3. And then for our last game of the NFL Sunday slate, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers making their way into LA against the Rams. The Rams are minus 6.5, and the over-under is sitting at 49.5. The only thing that this game screams to me, because look, I'm going to be honest, 6.5. Yeah, the Rams are 6.5 point favorites. I see this game going either way. Both of these teams are humming out of their ass right now, especially the Rams. The Rams look like the best team in football right now, if we are being completely honest. But what this game screams to me is one thing, and that is points. 49.5, that seems like nothing in this game. Absolutely nothing. I think that they're going to score 60 minimum in this game. Give me the over at 49.5 and give us a shootout for the ages on Sunday Night Football. I almost said Monday night. What the hell am I doing? But that is going to do it for my NFL picks this week, as we have the under at 44.5 in the Jets-Ravens game. We have the Minnesota Vikings plus 6.5. We have the Kansas City Chiefs minus 3.5. We got the Browns plus 4. Shador, do your damn job. We have Philly minus 3. And then lastly, we have the over in Sunday Night Football. The Bucs going to LA against the Rams at 49.5 points. But that is going to do it for Between the Lines today. Thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully, knock on wood, we get ourselves some more winners this week. We've been absolutely humming on college football and NFL. Let's keep stacking it up before we get to eventually the Super Bowl in February, the college football playoff in January. We want to be well positive before then, so then we could really have some fun. Thank you all so much for all the support on this. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next week. Deuces.